Been pretty slack on the filming. Basically, I just got straight into it, went to stuff it, sick of waiting. Bolted most of the truck back together on my own. Took me time. Didn't really scratch anything or rip any paint off, so that was pretty good. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's all together now. And yeah, this engine bay is actually looking really good, especially with nicely painted chassis. Yes, it's all covered in dust, but once the motor goes in, I reckon the whole thing will look shit hot. So just a couple of bits left on that. Basically, flywheel's getting machined, just so it's ready for the clutch. And I've got some pressure plate bolts coming, and they'll be right to go. Once they're back here, I'll pretty much bolt the whole lot together and stick it in here. Dash vents back on, mainly just so I don't smash them or anything, sitting around there. The more I can get bolted to this truck, the better. So hence why throttle cable's on, clutch master's on. Just trying to get everything on the truck and out of the shed, just to get some space back. So yeah, throttle pedal's all done, bolted back on, it's all painted up in there. The felony flaps all back together, sealed up, same thing. And yeah, heater unit, it's just sitting here waiting. So it's all done, cleaned up, it's turned out really nicely. And it was definitely a good idea to go through it, because now it's all properly sealed, shouldn't leak. I ended up spinning up a little bit and ended up going to Car Builders. It's an Australian company, they do a lot of your noise liner, sound deadener stuff. They do sell a lot of coatings and bits and pieces and just general stuff that you need for putting old cars back together, or even new cars. They do a lot of vans and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, what I've done now is I've bought their stage 1, I think it's stage 1, noise liner, or sound deadener. It's basically, everyone's heard of Dynamat, it's the same sort of thing. But yeah, I do prefer this, and it's a really easy product to use, and you can use it pretty much everywhere on the car. Basically, I'll put that down, and that'll go on the firewall. It's sticky back, so it'll stick to the firewall, and then that'll be the first liner. And then what I've ended up doing is trying the Misc noise liner. So I haven't actually tried this one before. Basically, it's just a big foam mat that's sort of got a lining on the back. And basically, it's probably what you'd say a replacement for that shitty fiberglassy yellow stuff that always comes in these F trucks and makes you itchy as shit. So yeah, I'll put them in basically because this truck, like, we will be spending some hours in it, especially driving the cars around to events and stuff. So I reckon the old Cleveland's going to be doing some RPM. So probably by, say, the 5th or 6th hour, I reckon you'd be pretty bloody sick of it. So get the noise down, and that's what this is for. And also, you will probably have a fair bit of heat coming through the firewall, hence why they put the original yellow shit down. So yeah, you'll have engine temp trying to come through, and when you're in an F truck that's got no aircon on a hot day, any way you can stop heat, it's worth doing. So yeah, the only thing is, it's a bit like a jigsaw set. I've got to do this first before putting the heater unit in and the rest of the dash back together. So yeah, you got to choose when you do stuff, because if you decide to do this after, you've got to pull everything apart again. So sometimes it just pays to do things first, like this, and then put your dash back together. So yeah, I ended up getting some adhesive spray as well. It's just really handy stuff to have. I did have a can of it and I used it, so I was pretty happy with it, so I ended up buying another one. Ended up going with that. So no, I'm not sponsored by them. Basically, I just like using their products. I've used their stuff in the Corolla, in the Datsun, it's been great. And yeah, never really had an issue with them. And yeah, even this time, postage, like, I think I got it, ordered it either Sunday or Monday, and it was here by Tuesday. So that's pretty bloody quick, especially at these times. So yeah, put this on. So yeah, this one first, that one second, and basically then the whole dash can go back together, start figuring all that stuff out. Just got started. I've already got one sheet on, cut out, marked out, holes pretty much center punched, and yeah, just making our way across slowly. So I've got this piece pretty much right to stick on now. So it's all cut out for the heater holes, heater tube there. So it's all cut out. I just end up doing an oval because it really doesn't matter. There's a bit of foam that goes over the top from factory. And then yeah, I've done the holes for the actual heater mount. Yes, there's 2 holes because I didn't have it quite in the right spot when I first did them. So it always pays to double check. measure twice, and then yeah, probably cut 10 more times. Yeah, I'll just peel the back off it now, stick it up in there, and then you just get the little roller. So you can actually buy this with this stuff as a kit, but I got this from a job I did ages ago, probably the Datsun, maybe even the Corolla, and yeah, same thing. If you've got one in your mum's drawer, you can use that too, but she'd probably kick your ass. So yeah. Also, the way I end up cutting these holes here, most of us don't have, say, an inch size center punch. So what I end up doing was getting a piece of just round tube and put it on the bench grinder and basically just tape at the end of it, get it into pretty much a sharp point, and yeah, that pretty much just cuts the hole size you need. You can do it with rubber, pretty much anything that you really want to hole punch, and yeah, it works pretty well. Plus, yeah, it's not really using anything out of the norm, so you can just go and pull this from the corner of the shed, do this, and yeah, happy days. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is stick this on and keep continuing on. To do this firewall was about 5 sheets, or 5.5, sorry. So 5.5 sheets for the firewall, and I ended up using an extra sheet to do the back of the plenum there, up in the top. And the reason I did that was because I want to see if it's going to work. The front side of the plenum is still under the bonnet, so it's still where the noise is, and the noise will go through the metal, and the plenum being a chamber will probably amplify any noise that's coming through there. Of course, I'm not going to make this thing sound like a Prius, but just to try and quieten it down a little bit, and for yeah, the extra time it took, may as well do it, see what it does. If it's still not really any good, then we know it doesn't work, but I reckon it'll be pretty beneficial, so that's why I end up doing that. So yeah, it's about 5.5 sheets just for the firewall on its own, 6.5 if you do the back of the plenum. And you still get a fair bit of distance out of it because it's done all that, and I've still got 5 full sheets still left in the box. So yeah, definitely get sort of a decent amount out of what you pay for. So other than that, yeah, it's all pretty much right to go. So tonight, just been working on this rig. So the tyres are all dropped off, getting fitted up now. So Maddie's looking after me with that. And they should be right to go, hopefully, yeah, later on in the week. So now, just doing bits and pieces, getting this thing ready. So fresh trans oil, it's been quite a while since I've changed it. And with the money you spend on a gearbox, it does pay to keep up on that. So I'm running the Centurion's MV, which is the stuff we sell down at the shop. It's pretty good stuff. It's full synthetic, handles the heat well, handles my shit driving, all that sort of thing. So that's gone in, and that should keep it fresh. Plus, yeah, what was dumped out was actually pretty good. So yeah, a bit more peace of mind about that, which is good. Did all the rocker lash. So this thing being a solid roller, doesn't pump up like a hydraulic roller or hydraulic flat tappet or anything like that. So pretty much anything solid, you do have to go over and check. So I set it to a certain thou. That's what these rockers need. That's where it's happy. And also pays to just go over your pedestal bolts, just in case they're coming loose, which they shouldn't. But at the same time, could have a bung thread in the head or something like that. And yeah, it's just slowly working its way out. If it all comes loose at full noise, yeah, you're better off just going for the beers. Now I've got to do the exhaust gaskets, because it was sounding a little bit sort of tractory at the spring nuts. I wasn't too fast. I was like, oh well, fuck it, we'll send it. But yeah, what it's actually done is probably lost a couple of bits. So that there, that's not good. So now I've bought some ARP ones, just because they're a good bolt and couldn't really find anything else, and I thought screw it, for what you pay, may as well just get them, put them on. So I got them, and then yeah, just a bit of JB Weld. No, I'm not fusing the extractors to the block. This is just the sealant they make, and it's the high temp stuff. So put that on with a gasket. Some people only put that on, some people only put that on, but I'm just going to put both on because fuck it, the fucking header flanges are probably bent anyway. And yeah, just a bit more peace of mind. So do that, and then what I'm going to do is actually put a bit of red Loctite on the threads and hopefully, yeah, put them back in. I did it last time, and that's why all these ones have stayed, but I didn't have enough, so I put random Allen key head ones in the rear, and that's why they've disappeared. Anyway, stop talking and we'll get into this. New gaskets in, bolts all done. So hopefully it won't go anywhere for a while. Just give you a rough idea of how bad that gasket is. You can see through most of that, so yeah, pretty cooked. The rest of it's, yeah, pretty much right to go. So yeah, wait for the tyres to get fitted, pick them up when they're ready, and basically get it loaded, get it dropped out there, and get ready to send it.
Misc. Giving it all to the berries. Lovely work. One of a kind. Awesome work, Braden Phillips and Misc. Righto, we got Sammy.
So big night on the skids last night. We're now down here at the car show on the foreshore for a quick look before we head out the track for another look. And yeah, see what we're got going on here. Utes had a quick wash, but yeah, I'm not putting it in the show.
get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, no, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Golden 741, so you'll get the head start. In medley, you've got a 180 going. Yeah, lane 1's got a bit of reaction here. Point 149 to a 204. Okay, next there is Dean Cleary, and that's Haley. Dean Cleary dial in it. Point 290. 184, so Dean's got a better reaction. Just chase them down. They have to break them like that. Stage. Down back. 6 on the yet, but the better closer to the dial in. The lane, what 2? The lane 2 takes the win there. You. Both ends of the track. You're at 1. perfect reaction, an OO stage. Falcon control limit 93. Lane 1, lane 2, Jack Phillips. Falcon. Drive up into the distance. Sedan to the station. 825. Yeah, some of the identical reaction times there, 149 to 151, so it's an 825 dialing. Our next pair, Mark Wilson. Yeah, nearly identical reaction, slightly wetter to lane 2. That's a good drag race to the finish.
Oh, here we go.
705 dial in.
The YouTube mechanic versus Vista Solutions himself.
Ain't losing his goal. Super sedan to the staging lane, please. Could we have all super sedan to the staging lane? Thank you. And Brooks's, obviously a V8.
Oh, he got the run out of him.
Yeah, big red light there for lane 1, so Jack Phillips takes the win.
Yeah, Jack.
So,
Tip it in. Come on, give it a rev.
Smith out here. Great reaction from Phillips. I know he's going 6. Good mate. I would imagine. No, yeah, if any top runs 6.9 or 6.8 dialing, so really close to his dialing. With that reaction, pretty hard to beat. 6.68. His opponent, Ned.
Yeah, Jack.
Out here, Plymouth Barracuda. Dialed in at 750. So Ned will get the head start. It's a red light there from Ned from lane 2, so double red light. Dean also red lit.
We have bragging rights to be king of the street in southwest Victoria. This is for bragging rights. The money's up for grabs. Bragging rights is up for grabs. Who will win it? Dean Cleary, Andrew Wright. Check these reactions. That'll give us a big indication of how they're going.
Andrew Wright.
You're a cockhead. Hang on, he's getting a drag.
So you get rid of $2 grand. $360 the end run, you won't?